Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. This is the first video of 2026 and I'm going to be talking about my top 5 books from 2025. And if you don't know me, hi, my name is Callie. I talk on here about books for the most part. Today's video is going to be a pretty quick one. I just want to give you the book, the author, the synopsis, and then move on. If I have more to say about it, I will. Now that that is out of the way, we're going to start off with one of my 4-star reads. That is going to be Heartless by Marissa Meyer. It is a prequel retelling of the Queen of Hearts and basically how she ended up where she is, the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Long before she was the terror of Wonderland, the infamous Queen of Hearts, she was just a girl who wanted to fall in love. Catherine may be one of the most desired girls in Wonderland and a favorite of the unmarried King of Hearts, but her interests lie elsewhere. A talented baker, all she wants is to open a shop with her best friend. But according to her mother, such a goal is unthinkable for the young woman who just could become the next queen. Then Kath meets Jest, the handsome and mysterious court jester. For the first time, she feels the pull of true attraction. At risk of offending the king and infuriating her parents, she and Jest enter into an intense secret courtship. Kath is determined to define her own destiny and fall in love on her own terms. But in a land thriving with magic, madness, and monsters, fate has other plans. This book was amazing. The imagery was wonderful, especially with it being a retelling. I immediately, after finishing it, watched Alice in Wonderland. This book was heartbreaking, and don't look up fan art before you start it. The next 4-star read that I had was The Bromance Book Club by Lyssa Kate Adams. I did read 4 books in the series. I haven't read the last one. I didn't get it read before Christmas because it is a seasonal one, but it is an interconnected standalone. It is the first in the series. If you're looking for a good spring read, I 100% recommend this. It is a second chance romance. I liked this one because it was so unique and genuinely hilarious. I was laughing out loud. The first rule of book club, you don't talk about book club. Welcome to the Bromance Book Club. Distraught and desperate, Gavin finds help from an unlikely source. A secret romance book club made up of Nashville's top alpha men. With the help of their current read, a steamy regency titled Courting the Countess, the guys coach Gavin on saving his marriage. It's hilarious. I love it. It's also a good spring read, as I mentioned, because he does play baseball, spring, the vibes are just there. It's time to start talking about my 5-star reads. I'm so excited. I loved all of these books. They're just amazing. If you like Greek retellings, this was a big year of retellings for me. This is a retelling / reimagining of Medusa. I'm so sorry. My phone keeps running out of storage. This year, or maybe next, I'll finally get a camera, but that's not the point. Retelling / reimagining of Medusa and her mythology. The end of the story is only the beginning. Even before they were transformed into Gorgons, Medusas and her sisters, Cithino and Euryale, were unique among immortals. Curious about mortals and their lives, Medusa and her sisters entered the human world in search of a place to belong, yet quickly found themselves in the perilous center of a dangerous Olympian rivalry and learned too late that a god's love is a violent one. It's so good. It's so good. I am so excited to read more of this author's work this year. The author is Lauren J.A. Baer. The next 5-star read I'm going to talk about is Men We Reaped by Jesmyn Ward. I typically do not rate nonfiction books, especially memoirs. However, this one was so impactful and raw and elegant and so well done. I just have to recommend it. I'm just going to read you the synopsis for this. Harriet Tubman, in 5 years, Jesmyn Ward lost 5 men in her life to drugs, accidents, suicide, and bad luck that can follow people who live in poverty, particularly Black men. Dealing with these losses one after another made Jesmyn ask the question why. As she began to write about the experience of living through all the dying, she realized the truth, and it took her breath away. I cried. You just need to read it for yourself. On a more positive note, we have my favorite book of 2025, and that is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. This book has been on my TBR literally forever. like for years. And I can't believe that this is the first book of hers that I've read. I am beyond excited to read more in this year. That being said, let me read you the synopsis. I loved everything about it. Obviously, it's a 5 stars. It was so unique. Her writing is just beautiful. It's so lyrical. Let me read you the synopsis. A scrumptious, gothic-infused story about a marriage that is unraveled by dark secrets, a friendship cursed to end in tragedy, the danger of believing in fairy tales. And the female friendship aspect of this book was so amazing. So amazing. Genuinely, like, my favorite part of the whole book. Once upon a time, a man who believed in fairy tales married a beautiful, mysterious woman by the name... I can't talk today. A beautiful, mysterious woman named Indigo Maxwell Castaneda. He was a scholar of myths. She was an heiress to a fortune. They exchanged gifts and stories and believed that they would live happily ever after. And in exchange for her love, Indigo extracted a promise that her bridegroom would never pry into her past. But when Indigo learns that her estranged aunt is dying and the couple is forced to return to her childhood home, the House of Dreams, the bridegroom will soon find himself unable to resist. For within the crumbling manor's extravagant rooms and musty halls, there lurks a shadow of another girl. Azure, Indigo's dearest childhood friend who suddenly disappeared. As the house slowly reveals his wife's secrets, the bridegroom will be forced to choose between reality and fantasy, even if doing so threatens to destroy their marriage or their lives. So good. All of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so excited for the upcoming year. It's officially been 2 years that I've been on YouTube, which is crazy. I promise, guys, pinky promise, that I will post more consistently this year. Last year was a big improvement for me, so I'm just aiming to post more and more. Class does start next week, unfortunately, but I should have a lighter workload this semester. So I will see you guys very soon. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your favorite reads of last year and books that I should be looking for this year. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.